Right, hello everybody and welcome back to another video. And here we are back at TEAMSPORT Preston, actually back for our members night. It's been a week now, or two, I don't know, it's been a while since we last came. And here we are on the grid start, ready to go. After quite an iffy qualifying, we're in P5 and you notice everything's a little bit quicker. We're in speed 4 for the members now. And the track has gripped up quite a bit, but here we are, getting the back of these people. We've learned the track a little bit more now. We're still struggling, but we're getting there. We look for a little gap down the inside, because I'm pretty convinced it's the overtaking spot, and the guy comes back at me, a bit of contact there, and he absolutely sends it down the inside. I'm all the happiest by that. But you know what, it is what it is. These members events, there was a lot of contact, all right? But here we are, the next lap, trying to set up a move. It's kind of difficult to find a gap around it. But we're getting there, we find a gap there. We actually have to lift off a little bit to prevent death. We're still looking for a gap down the inside, but we're not that confident yet. Braking down is quite difficult. You can see the wheel all over the place. We're still trying to set it up, and this guy in the head is not look for a cheeky little move down the inside of this bloke in front. And now this is our opportunity as they send each other off. And we kind of leave these two for dust simply by taking the racing line. So this is up into P3. For the first race. This is like a heat seeker race. So they're like 3 sprints. You know, here we've got a guy behind us as we're still making mistakes trying to learn the track. And he's been quite forceful, pushing us along. But it's alright, we take our time on the last lap here. And done quite well. But oh my lord, this guy, cleanest team sport move you've ever seen on the apex, proceeds to push us out of the way. I wasn't the happiest. Yeah, a bit of a calamity there. The thing I noticed is when you shout at people, they can fucking hear you. But hey, well, that happens. Ridiculous, yeah, I did actually put my thumb up at him there. I actually gave him a little handshake after, because it's not that deep. But I wasn't very happy at the time. It's how it goes. But on to the next race. Hopefully it's no better. At the back of the grid, it's reverse grids, kind of leaning over. Actually, I finished third in the end. He didn't get that overtake. Here into turn 1, absolute calamity. It's like 3 wide. Everyone kind of turned into a bit of a car pile. We're getting pushed in there. Actually, we're just resting on the brake. We're just going to go on the inside line. I hope everyone gets forced off wide. That's like 6, 7 overtakes we've made so far. So there we go, making the moves. This guy absolutely sends it. I tell you, there was not a cart width gap there, and I'm fuming, so I'm going to try and hold it in. And realistically, I should probably backed out there. If I backed out, I would have been murdered by all the people behind me. So we ended up a bit of contact, a bit of a pile up there. But we are like 8th place from 17th or something. So we're looking all right, and we're on a charge, and here we are, setting up, and you can see we're hitting the apexes finally. Suggesting that we're learning the track, but this guy sends it right into the barrier. Apparently his car was a bit off after all that contact, and we're off and away. So here we go. And these boys slowing each other down. We're trying to go on the charge for a race win here. So there's the 2 fast lads at the front are gone, but here we are, making a cheeky little move down the inside. Squeeze him off wide there. Feel a little bit bad, but I am allowed to do that. And the podium positions are coming up soon as these two side by side. And as soon as people are side by side, it's so slippery still that the gaps just kind of appear, and you've got the boost button going up the hill. And here we are with another position gain to make these overtakes quite nice and quickly. But these guys in the green suit, I don't know. They were here to commit war crimes. So getting past them was a bit of a nightmare because this guy's all over the brake pedal when he really doesn't need to be. But this should mean it's quite an easy move for us, and we're going to try and set up as soon as possible. He makes a slight mistake there, and we have a cheeky look down to the inside, absolute send. And as soon as you're side by side there's nothing they can really do. And here we are up against these front lot now. This is going to be how we get the podium positions, lining up behind this bloke in the green helmet who's looking for a move in this guy up front as well. Tucking in. Let's need a get down the inside. We're going to go for this guy up front, absolutely slides all over the place, which leaves us without a gap. And we just got to kind of squeeze them off wide, but you end up making a bit of contact because they want to try and get the move back. There's nothing they can really do there. Anyway, here we are. I think we're at P3 looking for a move for P2. I'm planning to back out, but there's nowhere to really go when you want to back out. Make a little bit of contact, but it is okay. I gave him a bit of a gap back. Here we are, back behind him again. He randomly brake checks us. You don't brake there. You kind of let the rear end go out and rest on it for rotation. Now a guy on the my right takes a little cheeky look down the inside. I'm having none of that because this guy's just brake checking me. I'm fuming. but we do manage to keep us in there. A bit of contact, but there was kind of unavoidable. And then another guy sends it down the inside where there isn't a gap. And we're not happy about that either. So we're kind of screaming and shouting as we're being bumped all over the place. But here we are, back behind this guy, making more mistakes. And we're just looking for the gap. As you can see, he's wrestling the brakes to try and slow us down and force us into the people behind. So we can't get down the inside just about. We're just setting up the move. He goes defensive, so we know he's going to get a really bad exit here. We're going to go for one of them dive bombs again. We are alongside now, so he just turns in. Literally, I'm alongside and he turns in and put me in the barrier. But once again, we were given back third place. But I do feel like there was a lot of contact in that event, and here's what others said, to be fair.
I've been putting about 4 barriers, mate.
At the start, I got put in the barrier by about 4 people.
The whole race, I got put. I've been putting every barrier on the track at this point.
Here we are, on to the last race, starting in P3 for the random grid. So got quite lucky there. These two side by side already. This guy plow understeers into the other bloke, forces them all over the place, and we make the cheeky move into first place, leading our first members event here at TEAMSPORT Preston. And since we've come third twice, this is our opportunity to win the whole thing. So here we are, just trying to set off into the sunset. And you look over there, they're all kind of bunched up. Here we are for our fastest lap. This is a 36.2, which is substantially quicker than my lap before. Get the rear end kicked out, use the brakes for a bit of rotation. It's beginning to really grip up now. Get back on throttle nicely, turn really aggressively once again, but a little bit more gentle as you can afford to be like that now. Rest on the brake. You really hear all these corners, you just want to rest on the brake. Otherwise the car bounces about. Resting on the brake here still so you can meet the apex nicely. And once again, resting on the brake here just so you can get the nicer exit. I mean, you could say slightly quicker entry, but it's quite difficult. Anyway, here we are. We're getting pushed along by the lads behind, but they just can't find a gap. Anyway, here we are. To our first back marker. In the way a bit, but we do get past quite nice and gently. And we've got a massive gap from the field behind us, top 3. We've got like 20 seconds, but I was quite worried here that gap was going to appear trying to get past. But we do get past quite cleanly, and we are okay. But here's a red flag. And from what I can pick up, one of the carts over there actually died. But we are back moving again. Not many laps to go to take the win for our first members event. Kind of felt quite happy with myself there as I was being intimidated by the lads up front who were just absolutely rapid, you know. I don't know who they are, but they were just stupidly quick. But here we are, coming around the final corner, and that's the checker flag, and we've won the event, guys. Anyway, thank you for watching. A very bumpy members event, but a good bit of fun in these electric cars. It's going to be interesting to see how the track develops even more. Probably won't come back here again, but it was definitely good fun. Thank you for watching. I've got some track guides and stuff coming out for Sheffield, so keep your eyes out on those, and I'll see you guys again soon.